All right, let's let her rip. Oh, I got that.
Spider Mountain. The chances are, if you live in Texas or anywhere that trails close for the winter, you've heard of this place. Seated about an hour away from Austin, you can ride downhill year-round. But with only 300 feet of descent, a lot of people find themselves asking, how good could it really be? The first thing I have to say in that regard is that Spider Mountain is constantly updating and adding trails. I was actually able to hit their newest trail, Sidewinder, this past weekend, which is the trail you see me riding right now. With the wide variety of trails, Spider Mountain has green and blue trails all the way up to double black technical trails. One of the best things about Spider is the fire road circling to the top of the mountain. This allows you the opportunity on each descent to pick and choose what line you want to ride. This creates a lot of different ways to get down the mountain, meaning if you want to hit technical rock gardens, flowy berm trails, or jump lines, you can hit all three in one run by switching trails whenever you get to the fire road. You run into the fire road twice on each descent, meaning you have 3 different sections of the mountain to choose your line at.
Coming.
But is Spider Mountain worth the trip? In my opinion, it depends on 4 things: the time of year, your skill level, your favorite things to ride, and how far you have to travel. Since Spider is open year-round, I think it would be very easy to justify a trip from some of the northern states in the winter to escape the snow and cold and just be able to actually ride some downhill. But as far as conditions go, the trails can get pretty dusty and sandy pretty quick, depending on the last time it rained. So in the 100-degree Texas summers, it can get pretty slippery and really hot really fast. How quickly Spider can get dusty is one of my only 2 complaints about Spider Mountain as a whole. For your skill level, Spider is definitely oriented towards beginner and intermediate riders, with the majority of trails being green and blue trails. There are still plenty of blue trails that are a lot of fun for more advanced riders as well.
Ooh, so sandy.
Depending on what you like to ride has a big influence on if a trip to Spider Mountain would be worth it. If you are looking to rip berms, hit flowy jumps, or race through the trees going over rocks and roots to get to the bottom as fast as possible, then Spider is absolutely perfect for you. They have multiple lines that offer each of these. But if you are wanting to ride large and fast jumps with lots of airtime, then this is the one place, in my opinion, that Spider Mountain falls short. While Tarantula has a whale tail into the wall ride and a smaller table line and some other wooden features, I was left wanting a trail that provided some real airtime and the opportunity to do some tricks in the air. But as I mentioned earlier in the video, the staff that runs Spider Mountain is fantastic about adding new trails, so it could be something we see in the near future. And if that were the case and they added a larger jump line with steeper lips and bigger gaps, I think this could really take Spider Mountain to the next level. So depending on where you stand on all the previous criteria, it comes down to if you're willing to make the drive or the flight here. Which I will definitely say, if you haven't been before and live within driving distance and want to ride some downhill, it is 100% worth the trip in my opinion to come check it out and hit some other trails around Austin. And if you live in the northern states and are dying to get some time behind the bars in the winter, then book some flights and come shred. Out in the hill country of Texas, there's plenty of rocks on these large hills that give them unique opportunities to throw in some random drops and stuff throughout different trails, which make them a lot more fun in my opinion. Personally, my favorite thing to ride is the big jump line, so most of the time you'll find me hitting pretty much the same couple trails all the way down the mountain, which, like I said earlier, does get kind of old after a little bit, but it's still plenty of fun.
Oh man, that one fries your hand. Holy crap.
Another way that Spider Mountain excels is giving beginner and intermediate riders multiple options on some of their bigger features to allow themselves to work their way up. A good example of this is their wall ride on Tarantula. If you have seen pictures of Spider Mountain or videos, you're most likely gonna see this in there. The iconic Texas flag wall ride is pretty cool. Leading into the wall ride, you have two jumps, a step up into a whale tail and then a long and low to get speed. And on the actual wall ride, you can see two different options. You have a lower section for the beginners that aren't comfortable with getting sideways yet, and then about a 6 to 8 foot tall section on the top that allows you to really get up there and get some airtime coming off of the wall ride, which is a ton of fun. Lastly, I want to thank everyone at Spider Mountain for everything they do and how much progress they've made in just their first 2 years. I can't wait to see what you guys are building next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.